All right, guys, we're looking at SoundHound stock. Yes, we all know that on Friday, 28% decline for the stock, and it closed at around $11 levels on Friday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. So there are a few things I want to share here, and I'm sure it's going to be a value for many people, and same thing for me every time I make a video about any company. I mean, throughout these like 5 years since this channel existed, I have learned a lot, and it is pretty nice that I can do that and I can learn along the way, and it's knowledge acquired for the rest of my life. So thank you for watching. So here's a few things. 13F. A lot of you don't know that 13F is filed with SEC filings, and I keep talking about this one when it comes to like companies reporting, when it comes to like smaller cap names reporting their like offerings, a lot of like any filings like 10Q, 10K annual report, but 13F is something that companies have to file after the quarter end, pretty much within 45 days. So any investment, institutional managers, any investments that they have over 100 million in assets, they have to do that through SEC, and pretty much 45 days after quarter ended December 31st. So February 15th today. So it's been exactly 15 days, and the last, if I knew this like a couple days ago, if it came into my mind, I would definitely be watching these stocks that Nvdia reported as a sale, because man, last minute, many companies, I'm sure you have heard Warren Buffett selling, adjusting his, like all these billionaires, millionaires, adjusting their portfolios as well, filing 13Fs. But what happened is, I'll show you here. So Nvdia looks like this is Nvidia's 13Fs. So I went through, I couldn't pull you the data of precisely at what price they sold, but I'm looking for it, but I'll see what I can do. But so far, this is Nvidia's portfolio, right? In where's that tool? In Q4, Nvdia had 2023, so exactly 1 year ago, they had 220 something million investment holdings. Okay, Q1 they reported that it was around 300 and something. Q2 of 2024, Q3 in September, it was 400 and something million. So they reduced it all the way to 300 million. So they trimmed some of the positions, right? So they had sold out completely S-Serve, they sold out SoundHound, NNux, and from that report, also ARM Holdings in the morning. This is a large stock actually. So this stock was down 3% as well, because Nvidia reported that they reduced the stake. So in Q4, it looks like they had 1.9 million shares on ARM. So SoundHound, they had 1.7 million shares. Okay, and in Q4, ARM holdings were reduced to 1.1 million. SoundHound completely sold out. But I'll talk about APLD. Okay, so this is something they're holding. We're going to talk about this one. But if your whole thesis of pretty much somebody invested, or some another investment firm invested in the stock, if that's your whole thesis, I mean, you have to at least trim your position, just like these companies manage their money. So even if you have $1,000, you have to treat it like $1 million, and manage it the way these guys, big investment guys, treat their money. They care about every penny. So this is the Q4. We're basically, let's go to September. So Nvidia could have sold SoundHound anywhere in this area from $5 up until 24, but I believe that they sold out somewhere around these levels. I could not pinpoint it when they sold it, but hey, if your investment goes from $5 to $25 and you don't trim any position and you watch that investment come down 55%, I mean, it's on you, okay? It's not on anybody else. So anytime something goes wrong in your portfolio, that's you, my friend. That's you, okay? Nobody is managing your money. You are the one clicking the buttons. You are the one making decision. So if you saw anything, or if you could have gotten in at $10, and if you saw the stock go from 10 to 24 and saw it come back down to these 10, 11 all levels, that's on you. I never ever become super cocky, especially trading small caps like this. And last time I traded SoundHound right here, I was short biased. I told it, I pointed it out. And right here, it was looking like that last time when I made the video, that it could push one more time because volume was pretty nice. A lot of people were shorting it, highly shorted the stock, but I was not long because I want the stock to be trading at least above their short-term moving averages. What are they? They are 5-day, 20-day, and 50-day. So I think somewhere right here I made a video saying that it could hit $25 if we see the stock basically hold this 50-day moving average and push above 20, which did not happen, rolled over, and then this news flushed down. So they report earnings now on 27th. This stock at the moment $4.3 billion stock. Okay, so it's on them. So if they can report positive earnings, sure, maybe you will see an uptick. But so far right now, for me, the resistance is right here. And again, I'm always watching both sides of the price action. And I like to trade breakouts, breakdowns. So if come earnings, this stock is hovering around these levels and flushes down to these 200-day moving average of $8, sure, I'll consider maybe to trade it. But again, I'm not somebody who trades or buys into the weakness. I don't buy falling stocks ever. I buy rising stocks at their all-time highs because I like to trade breakouts. But again, those are just trades. And these are not me telling you to buy or sell any asset. This is just, I'm sharing what I do in terms of like getting in and out of certain speculative names like these. And we talked about this one. Literally day before this fall, I was talking about that I'm watching both sides. I don't give a crap which way it's gonna go. But on this today's price action, I can say that this candle was not like a super bearish candle where it closed at the low of the day. At least some buying was present because the gap down was large enough, 28%. So wiped out 1/3 of the company overnight session. So now all these people have to digest. So it can't stay in this range. $9.50, my support, ultra short term. Your resistance is at the moment $12.77 to all the way to $13. That's my resistance for the stock. Another thing is, so if you go take a look at the Nvdia filings, I was looking through like the VP. I think that's the lady who filed it, right? So if I go take a look at Nvdia filings, Rebecca, I tried to look VP, Deputy General, and Assistant Secretary. I don't know if she can manage, but it's good. I mean, I like it. If they made money, they sold it. Let me look at the portfolio. They banked on this stock, so they took the profit. Serve, probably they banked on that stock as well because from the entry price, I don't know their entry price, but this stock has gone up. Okay, so from so actually this stock, when I don't know when they owned it, if they owned it at $2 or $1, whatever the price action, and this stock all of a sudden traded at 16, 8-fold from the moment they got in. I mean, why wouldn't they take a profit, right? And the only thing right now, so one thing I'm adding to my watch list is APLD. They're still holding this stock. This is the Nvidia's holdings, so Applied Digital. So they reported these 4 stocks that are holding. YNDX, Nebus Group. I don't know what they do. Okay, but RXRX, pharmaceutical, I don't care about this one. APLD looking interesting to me because they own 7.7 million shares. And what they sold in SoundHound, regarding SoundHound, I mean, I don't know, like 1.7 million shares, somewhere right here. So this is the transactions for SoundHound alone. Which companies reduced their position in SoundHound? Looks like even Citigroup had a little bit, 92,000, right? Shares. But the highest, Nvdia Corp, 1.73 million shares. So they sold out completely. You can do it yourself. You can go through this. What is it? Wales Wisdom. This is the website. This is where I digged it out. I don't know. I couldn't find out where they sold it, like at what particular price. That would be nice to see when they sold it exactly. But I'm sure they sold it in like above $10 for sure. So, but what they sold, a lot of people say, yeah, this is not much. Sure. If you take a look at SoundHound's capitalization, I mean, total outstanding shares, 336 million shares, and Nvdia owned 1.7 million. Is that a lot? I mean, that's not a lot. There are many people could just go in and out, swing traded, but again, for a lot of people, their investment thesis was just purely Nvdia ownership. So, but again, now you have to wait for the earnings. I'm waiting for the earnings. I don't know what they're going to report. But if you take a look at the revenue and sales, I mean, they still lose money, right? And the sales, 67 million last year. This year, they're saying that maybe it's going to be, what, over 100 or something? It's growing, but these shorts, like 30% of the float is short. These shorts are not idiots. They don't randomly show up in shorting stocks that they think that has valuable stock or fundamentally doing well. I mean, usually if short interest is low, that means, I mean, it could be trading near its fair value. But again, this is just my way of looking at it. Even APLD, this stock is $9 stock, $2 billion valuation. If you take a look at it, the reason why I added it to my watch list after this, looking at that filing, is because this stock is $2 billion stock, 200 million sales, they lose money, 200 million outstanding shares, 33% of the float is freaking short. And I don't give a crap what they do, okay, as a business. If stock trades above its all-time highs, that's a recipe for a squeeze. So I'm adding this watch to the watch list. So ideally above $11, I would be keeping an eye on this name because it has a potential, like 50%, 100%, it has a potential, but I'm not telling you what to do, okay? I'm just watching it based on that Nvdia filings where they didn't even trim this name. I think they, from Q3 to Q4, they held whatever the position they had. So the value, so 7.7 million shares at $9, you do the math how much they own, okay? So, but regarding ARM as well, they reduced it significantly from 1.1 million in Q3. They had 1.9. So they almost reduced the ARM holdings by like 40%. They trimmed 40% of it. So good job, the VP Rebecca. If that was the lady who makes the financial decisions, trading decisions for Nvdia, they banked on those. They banked on all of them. Well done on that one. I just wanted to see how she looks and if VP can trade or not. But if that's her, I mean, good job on that one. So you want to keep always the lesson, keep an eye on 13F and keep an eye on every quarter. So let's say March quarter, Q1 ends. After Q1 ends, so April and May, so around mid-May, like 45-day mark, because that's the time frame they have to, all these big money managers, whoever is managing over 100 million, they have to report 13F, their changes, they're rebalancing their portfolio. So keep an eye on that one every single quarter. So 4 times a year, don't be lazy. Just go through these and take a look at the stocks. You can do it right now, like make a list of stocks that you're watching. Let's say if Applied Material going in Q1, let's say I'm watching this name, right? So going into the Q2 of end of the Q1, meaning end of the March, if this stock is trading, let's say double from wherever it's sitting, well, that's a recipe for me to watch. Or maybe Nvdia will sell out of this name too, because this company is not a profitable company. Okay, so keep that in mind, and I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe. That's the update for SoundHound stock. That's what I'm watching so far, in the middle of the range bound for me up until they report earnings. Stock is down from its highs 55%, and sure, definitely can go lower. Depends what they're going to report. Okay, so you have to see what they report. But again, if your whole thesis is riding on the back of big investment guys like Warren Buffett or Nvdia or whatever the company that you're following that have some sort of an ownership in another company, that's not the right way of doing it, in my opinion. Okay, so but again, these videos are purely for entertainment and educational purposes only. Don't forget to like, subscribe. See you in the next one. Take care. Peace. Hope you have a good long weekend.